right, folks, we are taking the 1200 Tec into the shop. So, hopping in the Ram truck. Oh, let this puppy warm up a little bit. So, getting some warmth here. It's 17 below this morning. It was really cold. So anyway, that Tec there, if you watch, I just got it. I put about 500 miles on the sled since I bought it. You know, it's new to me. It was used, but it's a pretty, you know, it's the XS style, but it's pretty much brand new. Did low miles on it. So I ran into some issues with it overheating the other day. So I had about 50 miles on my trip, and then it went into the light flashing in. And this was yesterday, so it was like 5 below when we were riding. So it was very cold. I did have the scratchers down, and there was more than enough snow on the trails and powder to keep it cool. So the first time it overheated, all of the coolant leaked out, and now it's it's low on coolant. So after that, that was kind of the first thing that happened. And then next, driving at home, I was only, from the shop, I was about 50 miles, and from my house, I was only about 20. So I just decided to drive it back to the house here. Now I'm going to take it into a mechanic to have it looked at. But it would keep overheating, even in the powders. So I don't know if I have a bad water pump or if I have a leak, you know, if the hoses expand when it gets warmer and it's starting to leak out there, or what's going on, but I can't keep it cool. So I can't ride it. So I don't know what's going on with it here. I'm going to take it into the mechanic and see what he has to say about it. Otherwise, I just have no clue on what is going on with it here. So I guess we will see. Overall, though, it's been a great sled. It's been good to me so far. You know, I've had 500 miles on it. Actually going to put the parking brake on. But yeah, it's been a good sled. So I hope that it continues to last, because I did a lot of research on the sled, and even the mechanic said that 1200 Tec is one of the most reliable engines that are made for snowmobile motors. So we're just going to take it in and see, but I could see this being either a water pump failure or, oh shit, see if I take out my mailbox. Nope, I could see this being a water pump failure, or else some sort of expansion of the hoses causing the sled to leak coolant and not getting enough pressure with the coolant to actually cool the engine, you know, to flow through everything. I'm no snowmobile mechanic, so, you know, I own a golf course. I know how to work on golf course stuff, but when it comes to snowmobiles, I really don't have a clue. So if this has happened to you guys, let me know in the comments. But overall, the sled's been perfect. I just wish I wasn't running into these issues. I'm 1 for 4 on snowmobiles so far that have lasted well and continue to run well, and that's my 600 E-Tec. So this one really shouldn't be having any problems, but it is. And the previous owner was a really nice guy. Nothing to do with him. I mean, I already rode 500 miles on it this year, so it's clearly nothing to do with the previous owner. It sat the year before, or it sat last year, so maybe some cracks or whatever happened. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And this guy apparently does not know how to drive. So, let's take a look. You know, overall, though, I really like that XS chassis. And I like the way how it drives. It's very responsive, especially in sport mode, with that 1200 Tec motor. And for me, my riding style, I would be more than fine with a 900 Ace, to tell you the truth. But all the reviews I read about this 1200 Tec were excellent, so I just decided to go with that. I did extensive research on it, and I just bummed out that, you know, I'm having issues with it already, and I have to stick more money into it, and hopefully the problem can be resolved. So we'll see what happens here, and I will give you guys the updates on what is going on. An update on the 1200 Tec. So you can see that I got the sled back this morning. There really wasn't too much of an issue with it. The water pump is functioning okay, because everything is getting warm back here, whatever the mechanic told me underneath. The water pump is functioning okay because coolant it's getting warm back there, whatever he said. I'm no mechanic when it comes to snowmobiles. But anyway, so the water pump's functioning okay. I was about a half gallon low on coolant, so the coolant is now topped off. And what it was a faulty radiator cap, or the coolant cap, which is right in here basically. So that was faulty, and now it is fixed. So what it just needed was a simple cap, and now that we've got the cap, everything is fixed. So the coolant level is back to normal, and everything should be good to go with the sled. I did ask him about a can for this sled to kind of lighten it up, although he didn't recommend it, because he just says, just with the noise and everything, it just isn't worth it, and there's nothing light about a 1200 anyway. So we did get that fixed. Coolant levels are back to normal, and the sled should be functioning as normal. I did switch the suspension up here a little bit. I put that at the 5th setting to match my other Renegade that I have here, as that one is set up to me. So, and I did adjust the front suspension a little bit as well. So hopefully this continues to ride a little bit better here, and I have some cooling with it. But we're going to take it out tomorrow and see. But as of right now, there's no, according to the pressure test he did, there's no leaks, there's no anything that is happening. So what is going on is it just wasn't being cool enough. So now hopefully we have what we need, and it's gonna run good. So update on the sled, we will see how it goes.